Mabuhay! And welcome to the Philippines. The Philippines consists of 7,107 islands before, according to Shirley Gonzalez, high tide or low tide. But now, we have 7,641 islands, and it is broken down in three groups of islands: the Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Each of these regions contains different languages, history, religion, and tradition with its region, having different influences in their arts, craft, and historical dances. You know, class, Philippine folk dances influences from immigrants and conquerors, while at the same time maintaining distinctly Filipino roots. Because Filipino by nature are very creative to do some innovation. Do you agree with that, class? I'm sure all of you are agree with that statement. The folk dance is a true reflection of daily life in the past centuries, while enchanting modern audiences at the same time. I know some of you don't appreciate this kind of dancing. Some of you prefer to perform or learn a dance that you have always seen in your television, right? As a Filipino, you should appreciate our folk dances because Philippines is rich in culture, especially in folk dancing. Let's take a trip through each island or region and explore the different style, costume, dances, and talents in the Philippines. Tara na! Folk dances in the Philippines have different types, and it can be found in almost every island in the Philippines. First is the Maria Clara dance or European influence dance, named after the chief female character of Jose Rizal, No Limitante. I know all of you are familiar to the character of Maria Clara, the girlfriend of Jose Rizal in the novel. This Maria Clara dance is a Spanish influence but Filipinized by the use of bamboo castanets and abanico or fan. I will show you two examples of Maria Clara dance. First is Jota de Manila, named after the capital city of the Philippines. This dance can be found in Luzon. As you can see in the video, they are using bamboo castanets. In Spain, they have this kind of castanets class, and our ancestor borrowed the idea, then come up with bamboo castanets, so that it will identify as our own, because Filipino by nature are very creative. Diba? The other dance is originated in Haniway, Iloilo, and called Jota Sevillana from Visayas. This dance mostly happened during social gathering of the elite people, or shall we say, mga hasyendero at hasyendera, that can afford to dress expensive clothes. As you can see in the video, on each island or region, they have their own style in folk dancing. The movement of Jota de Manila of Luzon is very intense or have a strong personality, while the Jota Sevillana of Visayas is more on grace. Cute. Okay? In short, the dance itself speaks the culture of each island. Do you agree with that, class? Next is rural dance. This dance illustrates the fiesta spirit and love of life. The girls wear colorful balintawak and patadyong skirts, while the boys, camisa de chino or barong Tagalog, and colored trousers. This dance that you can see in my back is called Binasuan and originated in Bayambang, Pangasinan in Luzon. Binasuan means with the use of drinking glasses. It is one of the most challenging Filipino dance as the dancers need to balance glasses on their heads and also in their hands as they move. As you can see, they are wearing a balintawak costume. You know, class, balintawak is also known as Philippine terno and popularized by one and only the famous First Lady of the Philippines, Madam Imelda Marcos. Actually, Balintawak style is for a low-class status, while the Philippine terno is for a high-class status. Next example of rural dance is kireu-kyo. Comes from a local word of Aklan kireu, which means shaking of the hands, legs, and body. This dance originated from Ibahay, province of Aklan in Visayas. As you can see in the video, the girls wear a patadong skirt and boys kamisa bichi. Take note of this class. A dance that originated in Visayas mostly wear a patadong skirt, while in Luzon, they are wearing a balintawak. The third type is characterized by vivid colors and rhythmic movements, which reflect the influence of Arabian and Indo-Malaysian cultures. This type of dance can be found in southern Mindanao like in Maranao, Maguindanao, Samal, and Tausug. I will share to you the most popular Muslim dance, and I think some of you are familiar to this dance called the Singkil, and originated from the Maranao people who inhabit the shores of Lake Lanao. The name of the dance itself means to entangle the feet with a disturbing object such as vines or anything in your path. Next is tribal dance of Mindanao and Visayas. This dance performed essential for gods, ceremonial, and ritual. Like this dance dugso is a ceremonial and thanksgiving dance among the Manobo people in Bukidnon, Agusan, and Misamis Oriental in northern Mindanao. After their bountiful harvest, they perform this dugso dance. Next is tribal dance of Visayas, called Pagdiwata. It is an annual event of acknowledgement and expression of Palawan people to the deities, in same time seeking for the help in healing the sick and in need, and also offer prayers for departed loved ones. The last type of dance is the rural dance of northern Luzon. It is also called the indigenous dance that celebrate victories, festival, religious rituals, and thanksgiving. The northern Luzon people composed of Buntok, Ifugao, Benguet, Apayao, and Kalinga. This dance, Dabanga, is performed with Kalinga women showing their agility in balancing the bangas on the top of their heads while toddling through the rice paddies and mountain path as a daily routine to fetch water from the mountain spring. Another example is Uyaoy. Dance is an Ifugao wedding festival dance accompanied by gongs, and it is performed by the affluent or rich people to attain the second level of wealthy class. Those are the 5 types of Philippine folk dances. You know, class, we have thousands of dances here in the Philippines, and it was discovered or researched by one and only the late Francisca Aquino. She is the one who compiled almost all the dances of the Philippines. That's why she is known as Mother of the Philippine folk dance. Without her, we will not be seeing all of these dances. For your information, Francisca Aquino is also a PE teacher who loved to travel and do research about the different dances of the Philippines. Actually, apo ko ni Francisca class. Char. In my dreams. At this moment, I'll be discussing to you the 2 classification of the Philippine folk dance. First classification is according to the geographical location, and under this classification, we have 2 examples, which is the national and local dances. When we say national dances, a dance that can be found in almost all parts of the island. So, what is our national dance? Before we have tinikling, but now they changed into Cariñosa because Cariñosa depicts the culture and tradition of the Filipino on how to court the women in the Philippines. While tinikling is more on imitation of the tickling bird hopping on the rice field. So that's why they changed the tinikling into Cariñosa. The other example is local dance. This dance can be found only in a certain place, like your Dinagyang Festival dance. It's only found in Iloilo City. And Mascara Festival dance, it's found only in Bacolod City. So, in each city and municipality, they have their own local dances. Those are the two dances under the geographical location. Next, we have classification is according to the nature of the dance. First, we have occupational dance, depicting action of a certain occupation like this in the video. The title of this dance is Pamulat Isda and Panulo sa Baybayon. These two dances originated in Cadiz City, Negros Occidental. It's more on making dried fish or uga or lamayo in our dialect. While Panulo is all about catching fish using the fish trap during low tide in the sea or in the swamp or river. After occupational dance, we have religious or ceremonial dance. It is performed in connection with religious rites or festival like in the video, and the title of the dance is Bailuhan, a dance performed in Malabon and Nabotas by childless women who are unable to make the annual pilgrimage to neighboring Ubando to do a prayer for a child. So, kung gusto mong magkaroon ng anak, sasayaw ka sa Ubando. Sa may gusto dyan, you know what to do. Char. Next is comic dance. With funny or humorous movement, the example of this is kinuton. Depicts on the movements of a person bitten by ants, and it was originated in Ilocos Sur. As you can see in the video, the movement is very funny, doing all the scratching because of the ant bite. So, sino pwede ko magat sa akin dyan? Baka naman. Joke lang class. The next nature is game dance with play elements like pukol, means to strike or bump against each other, and also the oldest children games in the Visayas Island, especially in Aklan, Capiz Province. The game is often associated with bathing in the river or the sea. The next dance have a connection in wedding ceremonies like this. The name of this dance is Habanera de Soltera. It is performed by the bride-to-be and her close friends at the traditional social gathering on the event of the wedding. And the bride bids farewell to the stage, to the state of single blessedness. The second to the last dance is war, and depicts imaginary combats with spears, bolos, or sticks. In this video, you can see a dance representing a battle between the Moros and the Christian over the latik or coconut milk. So this dance originated in the province of Laguna, and the title of this dance class is Maglalatik. Okay? Last is social and ballroom dance. Mostly, this dance performed in social gathering. You know, class, in folk dancing, there is also a ballroom dance, like this in the video, usually performed by all rich people of the community. And the name of this dance is Rigodon de Honor. It's like a cotillion type of dance. Those are the 8 dances that according to the nature of the dance, and 2 dances that according to geographical location. I hope you learn new things, especially in folk dance. As a Filipino, we should never neglect our culture, which is folk dancing. And it's very important to note and appreciate our own dances. This is Professor Luis, and this is the end of our lesson 2. If you have questions, clarification, see you in our synchronous meeting. Thank you, and God bless you all.